Day 2, and the babies are doing very well. They're just now starting to eat and drink. We brought this little plastic tray, left over from some cheese actually, and washed out, because it has a nice little shallow ramp that they can come in and just kind of get their feet wet and splash each other with. But yeah, they're drinking out of that. They're also drinking out of the proper waterer. Yeah, they like to splash around in it. And then we've got their baby chick starter, or actually duckling starter. It's not chick starter. Different foods because they have different nutritional needs. Yes. We also brought the lid from that same cheese container to put their starter feed in because some of them were enjoying that more, just kind of picking it off the ground. But they're starting to get the idea of the bowl here. And we brought some little scrambled eggs because you can actually feed ducks and chickens scrambled eggs. It makes sense. That's actually where their nutrition comes from when they are in an egg. It's what they feed on, and they absorb their yolk right before they hatch. So that nutrition is great for them. But it's not a primary food. It's really just kind of more of a supplement. So it's there if they want it. They are starting to nibble around, see, and learning how the water works and to get in and splash around, so they're doing great. You may also notice that we now have a towel in here instead of just the hemp bedding that we had before. We noticed that the ducklings kept trying to nibble and eat the bedding. And after doing some research online, several other duckling owners have had similar problems with bedding when the ducklings are still really, really small, just a few days old, up until about a week old. They aren't quite sure of what's food and what's not yet. So we've put this here until they get a little bit bigger, until they learn where their food is coming from, specifically here and here, and start eating from their big feeder. Then we will eventually take away the towel and see if they've stopped nibbling on their bedding. But they seem to be coming and going from their little brooder plate, which is warm underneath there. It's kind of like mama duck. And they come and go from there and nibble some food, get some water, and go back and take little naps. So they're doing quite well. Baby, hi. They do kind of nibble on you. It doesn't hurt at all. It's kind of tickles. It's really cute. Here's the not so glamorous part about the adorable little ducklings. I do love them, but wow, do they poop a lot. We cleaned this out yesterday. We clean it out every day. That's all poop. And there's a little paint tray underneath that wire rack and water to catch all of the water they splash around, and it's definitely full and definitely disgusting. So, time to clean it out again. You guys are so dirty. Oh yeah, and this water gets changed out at least twice a day, usually more, and they make it filthy so fast. Real life at the chateau. I guess I should go get some more leaves. I thought this would be enough, but man, they're loving it. Hey, love.
Francie, seeing you here.
What you doing?
Drilling out some holes for the duck passage between the two bins.
Yeah.
So we can expand their space that they have. And since we don't have a Dremel, I'm improvising.
Yeah, so let me explain what it is that we are doing. And I will explain that by going back over here to show you an update on the duckies. Holy cow, look at them! They're huge! They're literally 2 weeks old. Like today, maybe a day or two over 2 weeks. I gotta double check. Oh, this is our failed attempt to see if they would eat the snail. But yeah, as you can see, they've gotten huge. And for the past week or so, we've actually been housing them in 2 separate bins because they're so big. We had 3 of them here and 2 of them over there. But the problem is, ducklings are very, very messy when they eat and drink. They splash water everywhere, they get food everywhere, they poop everywhere. So it was taking a lot of time and effort to clean up after them, and it still will until we get them out into their little duck coop. But I was researching ways we could make it a little easier for ourselves. So what we originally had was bedding material in the bases of both of these containers. So we're using a shredded hemp, which a lot of people really recommend for bedding. So we had that in the base of both of these, but it was just getting so messy. We were cleaning it out multiple times a day and it was still filthy. So what I read, somebody else recommended, is that you actually do a side-by-side wet and dry setup. So what we did is we cut a little hole in the side of this plastic bin. We also cut this thick cardboard tube, or you could use like a PVC pipe, for example. And it's a little tunnel, which is currently blocked off so they can't escape. But we're gonna make a little tunnel between this side, which is gonna be our wet side, which is gonna have the water and the food and some little puppy pads underneath. That'll be really easy for us to just clean up and take out of there. And the other side over here is where the tube is going to connect to, and it's going to have nice, cozy, dry bedding for them and their brooder plates to sleep in. So this is going to be their cozy, dry sleeping space. And this is going to be their make a mess with the water and food space. So we're hoping we can keep it a little more contained. You can already see how much they poop. Guys, look at this. Look at how they've been in here like 5 minutes maybe. And it's already poopy. I'm thinking I might try to line this little tube, the little duck tunnel with some extra puppy pads for also ease of cleaning. Because again, they poop a lot. On average, about every 15 minutes. So you can imagine the volume of poop with this many ducklings. But yeah, this is our project for today. It's actually Oh no, it stopped already. It had finally started to rain outside. We desperately needed it, but it stopped again. Anyway, this was our project for this kind of rainy day. So we're about halfway done. Once we get this little tube set up, they'll be ready to go into their new, dry, cozy home. Success, ladies and gentlemen. Scott successfully cut a hole for their passageway, both sides. I have lined it with a puppy pad because duck poop happens, as you can see on the other side. But now we have two little brooders. They can get cozy and dry over here. And if they want their food and water, it's just right there. So much more space for them. So much easier to clean for us. Do you like it, duckies? I think so. And very soon, they'll be big enough to get moved out to their little duck coop. So I'll show you more on that in a bit and what we are preparing for it. You enjoying your little bath? Good job. That was a good bath, baby.